Okay, you're a friend of mine, Art Williams, in Wandering Salcero, and actually, I'm just out walking in the neighborhood right now. Uh, what's really interesting, this is a sort of a, I wouldn't say it's typical because these apartment buildings are uh, a little newer. Most of the middle class apartments or houses in Medellin are actually houses, they're not apartment buildings. But you just see people walking by, and actually, the foot traffic is pretty regular. It's not a strong stream, but it's pretty consistent. If you look down there where those that lighted area is, in this part of town, there are interspersed amongst all these apartment buildings, and some of them actually I think have uh, stores, maybe flower shops or an occasional beauty shop or something like that in it, on the ground floor probably. But their upper areas are residentials. But you see those parks down there, and actually they're very nice. Lots of trees, so there's plenty of shade, and you can see the street here is not real, not very wide. I guess it would barely be big enough for two vehicles. You see some cars parked on the street, but not a lot. Actually, there's a lot of underground parking, like that area right there. A lot of these buildings will have, they're not all, it seems like most of them are not staffed in the evening like this. What is it, around 9 o'clock, 9:30? And you see people riding bicycles like that too. But I was going to say that that lighted area there, that would be like the security guard office, or I think they call them the uh, portero or something like that. And I'm just noticing I'm headed up this way. If you can see one of the cats, by the way, too. There's a cat right there, and there's one right there. When I was walking along this sidewalk right here, those two cats were sitting right there, and you can tell they're not they're not super friendly to people, but they were. You can tell they kind of know what people are good for. People are good for food. But I was going to say, if you can see the traffic up there, that's where I'm headed. And what's nice, apparently, I think well, I guess some places in the states are like this right now, but most of these residential areas like this, you can pick up internet on your smartphone. So when you walk around in neighborhoods like this, you can pull out your Google Maps and you can know where you are. So that's what I did. So it's almost impossible to get lost. But this is typical. I would say if you had an income, well, it's not just if you had an income of around 2,500 bucks a month minimum, you could probably get a nice apartment, like in something place like this, or that building right there is probably also an apartment building. Or as you can see, they go up a little bit too. Most of them have porches and patios that are pretty nice. So they definitely middle class around here definitely has a pretty genteel lifestyle. And here's some more of this traffic that I'm talking about. See? Yep. So I'll see you later. You can hear those folks are speaking English.